Hey friend, this is episode number 561 of the And So podcast with Taylor Bradford. Let's get to it. Boss Girl Creative presents And So with Taylor Bradford, business and life musings from a successful serial entrepreneur. Each week, you will hear Taylor spill the tea on all things business, life, relationships, health, and everything in between. But don't worry, each week also includes a business nugget that will help you stay on course. And now a throwback to 3-year-old Taylor who inspired all of this.
And so.
Hello, welcome to episode 561. I am your host, Taylor Bradford. Thank you so much for being here, hitting that play button. Today, I am in collaboration with Manychat, which is my Instagram automation that is helping me to make sales of my gardening course, and I could not do it without this software. So I have triggered 296 keyword automations to my reels. I have said hi to 3,377 accounts since I started Manychat, and I have had 360 story replies triggering my keyword. This thing works so I don't have to. And you can test it out for free for 2 weeks, the pro version. Go to bossgirlcreative.com/Manychat. That is spelled Manychat to get started today. Okay, I promise you, this is going to be a great episode because I am talking about my honest thoughts about Manychat, like Manychat, Instagram automation, and the weird feelings that some people have that I have conversed with lately. And I kind of just want to talk about all things automation, specifically with Instagram. But before we get into that, let's talk about what's been going on in my world. In my garden, I've been doing more planting. I got some more peppers up potted. I did finally get my fruit trees planted, which I'm really excited about because I have 2 apples, 3 peach, and 2 plum trees. So excited for those things for future fruit. I finished a bunch of books. I'm really excited about that. Poison Truth, which was number 19 in the Shelby Nichols series by Colleen Helm, 4 stars. The Body in the Backyard, which is number 4 in the Riley Thorne series by Lucy Score, 5 stars. And then 2 more in the Women's Murder Club series by James Patterson. Book 4, which was 4th of July, and book 5, which was Fifth Horseman, 4 stars for both of those. The house. So we started adding the metal siding to the back side of our house. And the color is like chef's kiss. It looks so freaking good. It doesn't even look like it's metal. Like it's board and batten, but it's metal board and batten, and it looks stunning. Doesn't even look metal. So that's exciting. We've been also working on taping off all of the windows from the inside so that we could start spray foaming the actual cracks. And so that's been my task lately. We got most everything taped off except for the high windows up in the shop. And we got all of the spray foam added to those windows in the house. But again, I've got to get up on our man lift to cover up the windows inside the shop and get those spray foamed. So that's what's going on with the house. Let's give a course update. I have had 6 total sales, which I'm so giddy about. 5 of those 6 took my order bump, so my average order value is $41.16, which is, oh my gosh, so great. So I have a goal of 20 order bumps before I add the next upsell. So 20 order bumps total, and then I'll add in the next upsell. So I'm just so ecstatic, and my Instagram is doing so freaking good. I am gaining about 200 followers a day with my ads and my content. So it is about it's probably about a 60-40, 55-35. Like the split is really close. And so I know that my content is really doing well, but also I can see my content is doing well. Like I have been getting in the 20 and 30,000 range, and I'm just like, what is this life? This is amazing. I just opened up my Instagram. I'm staring at it right now. 2 more followers since I checked just a moment ago. I am sitting at 6,358 followers as of right now. I am on track. If I continue just at 200 followers a day, I'm on track to hit really close to 60,000 at the end of the year. It's crazy. And when I hit 5,000, which I screenshot every single day where I'm at, I've been tracking all of my stats. You know that I am so nerdy when it comes to statistics. And when I hit 5,000, which was on the 3rd of March, I hit 5,000, and I'm not kidding. On the 3rd of March, I had 5 brands. Was it 5? Yes. No, 4. 4 brands on the same day in my DMs. 4. Once I hit that 5,000 mark, I was shook. On the same day, 4 people in my DMs. Crazy. Actually, you know what? It was 5 because 4 came in and 1 came in through a partnership track through Instagram. It's just crazy. So I will be hitting 10,000 soon, in just a few weeks. It's just mind-boggling. I think the most I've ever had on this account, I don't remember if it was 6,500, which I will hit in a day and a half, 2 days roughly. It was either 6,500 was my max at one point a super long time ago, or it was closer to 8,000. Regardless, I'm gonna surpass it. It's just amazing. Just amazing. So yeah, that is that. So I have had 1,530 page views total on my checkout page. Now, I made some changes around 513 page views. So since some changes were made and then I left it alone, I have had, 1,017 since. And is that right? Yeah, 1,000 since my last change. Yeah, it came out to be 1,017. So I've got a 0.6% take rate. That is my conversion, 0.6%. My goal is 2% conversion, which is 20 sales per 1,000. And a good metric to follow for checkout conversion, you're aiming for 2 to 5%. That is average conversion on a checkout page, if you didn't know that. So I'm at 0.6% currently. And I'm just so freaking proud of myself. I'm so freaking proud of myself. And I'm helping people. I mean, I just told you that I've had 3,377 highs to people. Now, I would imagine if I went back and checked that I'm having conversation with, let's see, if I did 10%, that's 300 people. I would say between 5 and 8% I'm actually having conversations with. It might be closer to 10%. I've talked to quite a few people, and that's just exciting because that's part of what I want my brand to be. So, yeah, I'm so excited. All right, let's get into search bar confessions, which actually wasn't a whole lot this last week. I Googled durable work pants. I Googled Texas election results because I was curious. I voted. I Googled fig tree pests because I don't have any fig trees and somebody was asking me about them. And a channel tufted king bed. So random. I'm looking for furniture for the house. So that was really ultimately my search bar confessions. I did talk to chat quite a bit in the last week, and one specifically for somebody that's been asking me questions about my growth on Instagram. She happens to be in a group that I'm in, and I've been very vocal about my success that I've experienced so far. And she wanted to know more about that, specifically when she read that I deleted 1,700 people off of my account to kind of hopefully jumpstart it. And so we've been going back and forth, and she's in the relationship niche, which is something I know nothing about. She is really kind of struggling to get her messaging across. And I just wanted to chat and was like, hey, I want you to help my friend out. But don't forget who I am and what I do. Like, sidebar, I just really want to help her. And we went down this rabbit hole, and it got to a point where, I could have just kept spiraling and learning, because I, again, have no clue about anything related to her niche. And I finally said to chat, which I think is a him, like mine's a him. And I was like, okay, enough of the squirrel moment. We're going to get back to gardening now. And he was like, okay, I can crack myself up. But I think it helped her. I just screenshot everything and was like, here, try these hooks, and here, change this in your bio, and here, do these things. And so hopefully she gets something out of it. But I probably spent, 30 minutes down this rabbit hole through ChatGPT, and something that was unrelated to anything I'm currently doing. But I really wanted to help her because I feel, and I can hear in her voice, because we've been exchanging audio messages, she is frustrated. And I know exactly what that's like. I've been frustrated up until things started working forever and ever and ever. If you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time, you will have heard all of my experiments. Just trying to find something that would break loose. All right, let's get into the business nugget, which is all about Manychat, Instagram automation, and some people having weird feelings around it. I've never really had any weird feelings around Manychat, because I am all about using tools that can give us back some time so that we can focus where we're like strong elsewhere. And so these are my honest thoughts. But again, I've heard people, like, just in conversations about Manychat and like me turning it on and all of that. And just caveat, even though, yes, I'm in collaborations with Manychat, I am an affiliate partner for them. I've used Manychat before when I was testing 2 other accounts, and also I did it on Boss Girl Creative. So I've used Manychat a couple of different times, and I've never had any ill wishes towards it. Like, I think it's brilliant that you can use Manychat for automation of Instagram. 3,377 hellos. When would I have time to do that? I wouldn't, but the robot does. And then when people want to talk back to me, I see those notifications and then I respond. It's amazing. So let those robots help you. But I get it if you feel like it's spammy, because one of my very first automations for my gardening account, running under my name, Taylor L. Bradford, I was testing a new follower hello, and I was offering a coupon code for 50% off my course. And I don't remember how many times I let that trigger before I was like, this is stupid. Like, why am I only have one product. Why am I discounting it even further? It's already on a discount at $27. So why do that? I don't have anything else to sell, and my program is not going to help you make money. And I could understand where that could work in someone else's avenue by offering them a coupon code. Like, I could see if you're selling a product or selling something that makes sense for you to offer a coupon code. Now, in the future, would I consider a coupon code? Maybe if I had a lot more products, I was like, maybe Q1, I'm focused on this product, and Q2, this product, or maybe I put a workshop together and I want to give you a coupon code for that. Like, maybe, but I honestly, because I'm driven by relationship building for my brands, like every brand that I have forming relationships with my customers and clients is very important. And so I don't know that I would change my strategy since coming up with the strategy that I have right now. So I do get it. I didn't feel spammy about saying hello and offering the coupon code. I just felt like it wasn't the right path for me. Another question that you might have, is this manipulative? And I can see when people unfollow me. I don't really track that. My husband does. My husband called me today and he was like, I just checked, and like in the last 10 minutes, you've lost 2 people. I was like, I'm not paying attention to that. And I would bet, if it's not a robot, or, so I'm going to say it's one of 3 things. It was a robot, or it was somebody playing the follow game. Like, I'll follow you if you follow me back, and if you don't follow me back, I will unfollow you. Or they were offended that I said hello to them 5 minutes after following me. So if that was the case, obviously they're not meant to be a part of my account. But yeah, so my husband's following that, but I'm not. So is this manipulative? I've never felt that way, but maybe you might. And then, am I supposed to be doing this too? I would say yes. I think that being able to take back some time and putting in automations. I mean, think about it. If you have an email list and you have a welcome series, the welcome series is triggered by an automation. Somebody's signing up for your email list. If you send out a nurture sequence after somebody purchases something from you, that's automated. If you use a scheduling tool, that is automated. So I don't think that this is something that shouldn't already be a part of what you're currently doing. I think it absolutely should be a part of what you're already doing. It's just another way for you to stay on top of just what it is that you're doing online, especially if it's on Instagram, or if you have a TikTok business account, or if you're on Facebook. I mean, I think it's a really no-brainer for you to have this kind of tool for yourself to support what it is that you're doing. So when I first realized that there was an automation tool, when people first started talking about Manychat and you started seeing all the influencers using keywords, it's curious because now you know that they are also using an automated tool. And Manychat, I feel like, was one of the first on the block that I was made aware of. I know that there are some others that have entered the chat alongside Manychat, but I really think Manychat has figured out a lot of different things since they came out on the block, and it is why most of the people that are using it, that you actually see them using it when they say comment for the keyword. And it just makes handling your DMs a lot easier when people are asking you for things. Now, it's not going to help you respond to somebody's specific question, but I do think if you get bombarded, or if you're experiencing growth and you don't want to get bombarded, that you have a robot working on your behalf. So I'm curious, do you wonder, is Manychat helpful? Absolutely. Is this marketing? Absolutely. Is it spam? I don't think so, because you have to trigger it to make it work. Now, you could consider me saying hello to my brand new followers, as a spammy kind of interaction, but I don't think that. And if you really want to be my friend, I want you to really be my friend, and I'm going to talk to you. And I use a robot to help start the conversation, but then it's me that steps in to have that conversation. And I see, this doesn't happen all the time, but when I see a Manychat automation fire, if they respond with the word, instead of clicking the button, I will go in and I can see that it didn't fire the rest of the automation and be like, hey, in order for this to happen, it actually happened with one of my friends tonight. And I was like, hey, you actually gotta go click that button for it to send you the rest of it. And they do. They follow instructions, And I try to make it very clear, like this is a button that you need to click. And then this is another button that you need to click. Like I try to make it really clear, but sometimes people read too fast or whatever, and they just text their response instead of clicking the button. So I don't think it's spam. Like I really don't. Like you have to trigger a keyword to get the thing that you want. Now, I have seen, and I do kind of feel like some of this could be a little spammy, but it just is what it is. Like, do I really want that thing enough that you're making me do more hoop jumping to get it? And what do I mean by that? So I saw somebody offering some trial reel hooks, like hooks that are doing really well on trial reels. And I'm curious because I produce 2 trial reels every single day. And I was like, I'd love to know what you're doing on trial reels that's blowing up your account so that I understand kind of the philosophy of what might be different for you on trial reels. It may not work for me, but I was curious. So I commented the keyword and it, showed up, and then I clicked the button, and now I'm at another page where I'm having to jump through more hoops. She wants my email address. And I'm like, oh, I just want the thing you're promising me. Like, I don't want another step. And I think that can be a hindrance. Now, obviously, I could give my email, get the thing, and then unsubscribe, but that is more work that I really, really don't want to have to do. Now, if it's something I want badly enough, I will. But I was like, yeah, I don't think I want that badly enough. So I just left it alone and exited the page without giving my email address. So why do some people think that it's weird or spammy? I think it just makes people uncomfortable. It's kind of like when you go, Vegas. Vegas is a great example. We stay at the Venetian. And if you go into the shops at the Venetian, the people that stand outside of like the beauty areas are constantly trying to shove samples in your face. That's spammy. I cannot stand that kind of sales tactics. That makes me uncomfortable. Like, go away. If I wanted the thing that you have, I would walk into your store. No. So yes, that makes me feel uncomfortable. And I would understand why that would make anybody uncomfortable. And I can understand why automation on social media can feel strange because the entire platform is built around the idea of a personal connection. But I do think that there is personal connection being made. You just have a robot triggering it. So when a robot responds to your comment, there's a tiny moment where your brain might be like, oh, that wasn't a person. And for a lot of creators, that's exactly why they resist tools like Manychat. Not because the tool is bad, but because they don't want their audience to feel like they're talking to a machine. And I don't think you think that you're talking to a machine because I wrote the prompts. It's coming from my voice. So I think you can just scrub that out of your memory. So let's talk about capacity. Again, 3,377 new follower automations. I couldn't have done that myself. So this is the other side of the truth. I don't have the capacity to say hi to all of those people. And I think that it's an important part of my strategy. So the reality is most people running these businesses are solo humans. Not many people get to a level to be able to hire a VA, a virtual assistant, or a personal assistant. And so we're all trying to figure out how to clone ourselves. So, if you are in this position, just like me, it's one person posting, it's one person answering DMs, it is one person replying to comments, it's one person sending links, and at some point the math stops working. Not because you don't care, but because there's literally not enough hours to respond to everything manually. So tools like Manychat start to look less like a gimmick and more like infrastructure. I mean, come on, like capacity. Okay, let's talk about the difference between being helpful and gross when it comes to automation. So, automation really isn't the problem. Bad automation is the problem. So, here are some examples of bad automation: constant spam messages, endless funnels, tricking people into commenting. That's all bad. Don't do that. Here are some helpful automations: sending a resource someone actually is asking for, delivering a freebie instantly. I will say, I am going to steer you away from freebies and automation. Just because I have seen personally from experience, and I have seen 7-figure making course people, that freebies do not lead to buyers. Like, you lose money actually on freebies. So you can deliver a freebie, but yeah, I'm going to hesitate to recommend that to you at this point in 2026. Helpful automation also makes it easier for someone to get what they want. So one feels like marketing and the other feels like service, right? So that's what we want. We want to provide a service for people. And then let's talk about my thoughts again, because I don't have a problem with automation. I've said that at the very top of this business nugget. I don't. I hear people when they say they do, but I think it's worth the money to have automation in place. And I'm going to keep singing its praises. So if I use automation, it has to make the experience easier for the person on the other side, not just easier for me. So I think that should be your approach as well. So the real question isn't, should everyone use Manychat? The real question is, does this tool help me run my business in a way that still feels like me? If the answer is yes, great. Sign up, bossgirlcreative.com/Manychat to start your 2 weeks for free. But if the answer is no, I'm also going to say great, because you're just not ready or it's not for you. But at least now you are making the decision on purpose. And that's the whole point, being intentional in your business. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Again, check out Manychat. If the answer was yes, bossgirlcreative.com/Manychat. That is spelled Manychat. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of this week. And like my 3-year-old self said, that is all for this week. Friendly reminder to rate and review my show wherever you are listening. And last but not least, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me an audio message at bossgirlcreative.com/speak. I would love to hear your takeaways, ideas for upcoming episode topics, and your feedback. Thank you again for listening to this week's episode. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of this one.